Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. This is Salon Blog. It is a great morning, Monday morning here in Southeast Asia, Malaysia to be precise, wherever you are on the globe. On the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, or right here in Asia, dear friend, it is Monday. Thank God we are beginning a new week. And in this week, Chelsea will play against Genk. Yes, in Conference League competition. That I believe we will still do wonders. But you see, before I go into any other news this very morning, I want to start on my boy Nicholas Jackson. He messed me up and many of you came after me. Yes, you know what? I spent quite a good hours analyzing the whole game and I tried to see, was it truly that Jackson was poor on a day or something else? And I discovered this. You see, and the truth remains that someone like me, I can't help people that don't understand football. Because if you truly understand football, what I'm about to say, you should be able to get it clear. Jackson had a touch on a ball, a long ball. From a trajectory of that ball, it is very hard to control and keep close to before shooting. Where the ball was coming from and the trajectory of the ball was very hard to control and to keep it closer before shooting. And when a defender make a block like this, as we can see in that video, you can't blame the striker. If Jackson rush it, he will blow it over the bar or wide. One thing people aren't seeing is that the guy is a lot calmer. Jackson is a lot calmer now on a ball than before, especially in front of goal. He's not rushing like last season. Listen, dear friends, Jackson will score goals for us this season. Don't microanalyze every shot he misses. No. Give defenders some credit too, at times. It wasn't Jackson's day, I agree. But his decision making was good on a day. He's not supposed to score every chance. Defenders and goalkeepers exit. They exit for that reason. Defenders and goalkeepers, they exit in games. They are in games for that reason. To defend also. But let me show you something. Watch on your screen again. This is a picture. Quick summary of Jackson's chances. Or Jackson's chance in that game. The trajectory of the ball was high and not easy to control. He was running and keeping his eyes on the ball. Look at the first picture on top. Jackson was running before the ball arrived. He was running and his eyes were on the ball up, coming. Now, let's go to the second one. He killed it with a touch. He received the ball nicely with a touch. The second picture. But unfortunately, the ball went a bit behind. And as you can see it in the frame 3, the ball dropped. Look. The ball dropped behind. He was somewhere here, but when he received the first touch, the ball now dropped somewhere at the right side, far from him. Dear friends, he needed a few moments to stabilize himself after running and stretching in the frame 2. He needed a few moments to stabilize himself after the running and stretching himself, as you can see it in the frame 2, to control that difficult ball from that trajectory. You see, so he was already off balance. Jackson was already off balance. And the ball was behind him. Saying he didn't take it early is non-existence. Saying that Jackson should have shot earlier before the defender comes in is non-existence. You know why? In fact, he took it too early for me. He even shot too early for me. Why? If he waited, he would have stabilized himself a lot more and pick his spot as the defender Dunk was running towards the post. If he had waited more, he would have stabilized himself and picked a spot where he can actually play the ball in the goal post. At that time, the defender Dunk wouldn't have a chance to block him. Remember, Dunk was running towards the post, not chasing Jackson. The defender was running towards the post, not chasing Jackson. So if Jackson had delayed a little in shooting, Dunk then would have arrived in the goal post and Jackson would have been able to spot the exact place to place the ball. So if you say Jackson should have should have taken a shot earlier, that is non-existent. Rather, I believe he should have rather waited for a while more. You see, but I don't mind having the mentality to take shots early. I don't mind. He lacked that last season. I would take that as a good block from the defender. I would take that as a very good block from the defender. In the future, when he's more experienced, he will understand the balance. When to shoot early and when to delay it a bit. But I can't fault what he did here at all. That's a good play. Defenders are there to block shots. Defenders are there to block shots. Give the defender also credit. Dear friend, it is your breakfast. I know you guys will come after me again. I'm ready. All right, let's move on. Dear friends, you see, Chelsea is on a trajectory, upward trend. We are winning games, right? And we are making teams look like they having an off day. Or we make teams that we meet, our opponents are beginning to look like unprepared before facing us. And most pundits are saying, oh, Chelsea trashed them because they didn't turn up for the day. Listen, we trashed an unbeaten team and made it look easy. We trashed an unbeaten team and we made it look easy. But again, just like we played against Wolves and West Ham, they said the opponent was poor. They said, oh, Wolves was poor. West Ham didn't turn up for the game. West Ham was poor. That was why Chelsea won the game against them. Now against Brighton, again, they are saying Brighton was poor on the day. There is a pattern developing here, dear friends. There is a pattern that is developing here. Why are Chelsea rolling over teams and why do they look poor against us? Why are they looking so poor against us? It can't be coincidence. It just can't be coincidence that all the teams that Chelsea are facing, they look so poor against Chelsea. No. Listen, guys, these so-called pundits, they need to start giving Chelsea some credit and giving our manager his flower for destroying teams tactically. Oh yes, they need to start giving Chelsea some credit and our manager his flower for destroying teams tactically. Any team that faces Chelsea, then they said, oh, the team didn't turn up. Instead of them to say, oh, Chelsea did well. No, the team didn't turn up. That is the narration right now about Chelsea. Listen, the next two games for Chelsea, we are going to be winning it again. Oh yes. And let's see what they'll say. Gent didn't turn up. Our next EPL opponent didn't turn up, right? Well, my analysis this morning to you, I believe you've seen it. But one thing that I'm sure of is this season, Chelsea will finish in the top 4. We might even surprise some people. We might end up even carrying the league. It is very possible. It is early in the season though, but I know it is possible. By the way, before I let you guys go this morning, Manchester United, what is happening? What is happening? Manchester United, what is happening? Eric Ten Hag. You see, Sancho is somewhere laughing by now, you know. Jadon Sancho is somewhere by now laughing at Manchester United, seriously. Peter, not the jury. Peter, not the jury, says something about Manchester United, and I want to bring it to you. Peter, not the jury on X, he says something about Manchester United, and I want to bring that to you right now. You know, a few days ago, I told you guys that Manchester United and Chelsea looks like day and night. It looks like it's a contrast to each other. United is looking doomed. Like, what is happening to Manchester United? Tottenham thrashing Manchester United 3-0. Theater of dreams. At the theater of dreams. No wonder. Peter, not the jury, said, no Maguire to blame in this time around. No Cristiano Ronaldo to blame this time around. No Paul Pogba to blame. No Jose Mourinho to blame. No Jadon Sancho to blame. No Anthony Martial to blame. Who does Manchester United blame this time around? United fans, I want to hear from United fans this morning. Who are you blaming this time around? Is it the coach? Full time. Manchester United at the theater of dreams. My goodness. 3-0. Trashed by Tottenham. 3-0. It's a pity. You see, the problem with Manchester United is that they have a squad of players who are big or close to it. Manchester United already have, squad of players who are big or close to picking. Now, it's not like Chelsea that you expect everyone to keep growing. No, they are already at their peak. Plus, those big players on fat wages are too difficult to sell. They just need a manager that can get the most out of those guys. United really missed Thomas Tuchel last summer. They could have just gone in for Thomas Tuchel. That is what they actually needed. The coach they needed was Thomas Tuchel. Dear friends, as it stands, Chelsea is 4th on the league table, followed by Aston Villa. United is nowhere near. They're on the league table, as you can see on your screen. Liverpool on 15 points. Man City on 14 points. Arsenal 14 points. Chelsea 13 points. Aston Villa 13 points. So it's goal difference. Dear friends, Manchester United is nowhere to be found there. Right? Okay, quickly before I go this very morning, I want to show you something here. Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez. Yes, Enzo Fernandez. I want to talk about Enzo Fernandez quickly. Do I have the time to talk about Enzo Fernandez before you go to the shout-out? Do I have the time? All right. The top 5 league under 23 midfielders. The top 5 league under 23 midfielders. Enzo Fernandez is the highest when it comes to the statistics right there. Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea under 23. He is the highest midfielder. And if you see the chart, as you can see on your screen, Enzo Fernandez followed by Adrian Benabe from Parma, before João Neves from PSG. These are the highest midfielders around, that have accurate passes into the final third. The under 23 midfielders that have the accurate passes to the final third in a game. Top 5 league under 23 midfielders passes to the final third in a game. If you say that you are not seeing the work Enzo Fernandez has been doing this Chelsea setup, he is topping the charts. The passes from Enzo Fernandez to the final third in every game, he's been rated as the highest in the top 5 leagues around the globe. Dear friend, quickly some shout out before I let you go. Let me give some 2 or 3 shout outs before I let you go this morning. All right? Some shout outs. All right. Oh my goodness. It is a beautiful Monday morning here, and big shout out to you guys. Let me start from here. Indubisi says, yes, I agree with you, my bro. He's the best. This one, the next one says, yes, I said it already. I commented on a certain episode on this channel about Enzo Maresca, that Maresca has got a winning mentality and he came to stay, and if Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal get asleep, something gonna happen. Point of correction to you about Fernandez. It is not sub of Fernandez which made us into panic, but a sub of Noni and Sancho, Misha and Neto failed to have the ball and dominated. So the team failed to control the half in possession. George Elson from Malawi. Oh, George Elson from Malawi. Well, you see, the game broke down from the midfield. And from my observation, the attacking midfield area, that was where the game broke down from. So, well, anyhow it is. Big shout out to you out there, George Elson from Malawi, and big shout out to you, Indonesia. The next one says, Man City's 115 charges is for selling Cole Palmer for 40 million. Oh, really? They sold Cole Palmer to us for 40 million, and that is why they got a charge of 115 charges, right? Anyway, where are you watching it from? Please let me have your location and your name. Colin Wisdom says, yes, we are not doing much in promoting or hyping our players. A statement a Barca fan told me yesterday is repeated. Exactly so. Charles, it is time we start hyping our own players. We need to be hyping them. We cannot be bringing them down. That is how comes that when they talk about all this Ballon d'Or, Chelsea's players are not nowhere to be found because we don't hype them enough. Real Madrid, they normally project their players in the limelight. They project, even Barcelona, they have a plan to project their players in a limelight in a way that even if the player is not that good, you will think he's the best in the world. Erling Haaland is not a complete player. He's only a striker, goal poacher. Yet his name kept coming on the Ballon d'Or, list every year. We need to start, Chelsea fans, please. We need to start supporting our players. Let's hype them. Let's hype them. All right. Big shout out to Colin Wisdom. Big shout out to you all there. This one says Robert Sanchez nearly became Brighton's 12th player, if not for the brilliance of our forward players yet again. I don't know if Maresca will talk to him and make him understand his mistake. I'm not sure passing from the back is a quality the guy really has. The coach definitely has another reason why he starts, but passing from the back, nah. 90% of his passes are misplaced. The day our forward players will be out of form, Sanchez won't help us win games. And Efio Moses from Delta State, Nigeria. Very well points made and well articulated. The fact that he even came up and apologized. He came up and apologized. So let's forgive him and let's wait and see the next game, what happens next. All right? Big shout out to you out there, my dear friend, Efio Moses from Delta State, Nigeria. This was a good morning to all Chelsea fans. I'm so happy this Sunday. Cole Palmer. Big shout out to you, Jonah Toba. Is that a name? Big shout out to you, Jonah Toba, wherever you are. Said the same person says, good morning to all Chelsea fans. Okay, I already read that. Johannes says, you are right. Jackson is complete 100% player. Big shout out to you, Johannes. Big shout out to you. Very good, great Monday morning to you. Chris Williams says, Cole Palmer market value currently is 5 billion. Really? 5 billion? All right. He says again, Pep and whole City Club made a very big mistake and they are regretting it now. For sure. Pep is regretting it right now. Yes. Kamara Kemo says, good morning, sir. I agree with you 100%. Haaland is a good furniture, but he is not skillful. He cannot take on 2-3 players like our own Nicola Jackson. He is a complete striker. Chelsea, we are back. Kamara Kemo, big shout out to you. Chelsea, indeed, we are back. The last one said, you are very correct. Haaland is just good in finishing, but Jackson is a complete great team player and can take on many players at the same time and create more chances for his team to score goals. Innocent Ogun from Lagos State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you guys all out. A very great morning to you all. I will be back with more exclusives and explosives in the later hours of the day. I'll see when you see me, dear friend. Shalom and peace.